Gonzalo, do you have a proposal?
Yes, I do. Sorry, I was kicked out and then I couldn't get in back.
That's terrible.
Anyway,
Who kicked you out?
Yeah. So don't worry. So I don't know how much time do we have. More than happy to share screen and share my proposal.
Yeah, and let's just check in with Hanno. How are you doing? We're gonna be at least another 20 minutes. Are we okay with just keep going over time? We're good. Hanno, you're on mute.
You're on mute.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, because I feel like this is an amazing connection. I don't know, Tyler, have you met Gonzalez before?
I don't think so.
Oh, from Gimbal Labs to gain. Here you are. This is just, and Guillaume that's here also. Oh my goodness, this is such a good team.
Good.
So
Yes,
I'm going to share a little bit about my background, and then I'm going to share my proposal. So my background is in economics. I was always skeptical about blockchain. My background is really economic theory and monetary policy. My master's in economics has a thesis that is totally related with monetary policy, and I built a currency system, meaning money, right? And I'm always skeptical about blockchain, but then after getting involved with Cardano, I think this was 8 months ago, I started learning that there are many cases where I think is a great use of technology, and this is what I'm trying to do with my project. So I'm going to share screen, and then please stop me if there is something that you don't understand, because maybe I could be really fast so I don't take someone else's time. So Floras is my project. And by the way, this project was not funded in the last Fund 8. It was number 4 in Fund 8 before voting. I don't know who downvoted our project, but we have a lot of downvotes, and it was really weird, you know, how other projects got funded and with a low score. You know, we have a 4.78 on score. So anyway, so this is Floras, a reward currency to support sustainable projects, right? And I'm gonna be fast on this. This is my work. This is where I'm coming from. Frequent flyer miles. Think about tokens. Think about currency to incentivize behavior, right? This is what the Air Miles have been doing forever. 14 trillion outstanding miles in the world. It's the biggest currency in the world. 500 billion miles are issued per year, right? So we do have a relationship with United Airlines, for example, where they sell their miles, their currency to us. And they sell usually to us and to any other partner at 2.5 cents each. Think about, again, a token, 2.5 cents each. But the thing is, the way it works is, this is my, for example, my co-branded card, my Visa United. When I go to the supermarket, I spend money, I spend $10, I earn 10 miles. Behind the scenes, in this case, Visa needs to buy those miles from United at 2.5 cents to then give them to me. When they are in my wallet, those miles are worth 1 cent. So the reality is that United is selling the miles at 2.5 cents, but they're worth 1 cent when they're in my wallet when I use them, right? So they make a ton of money by selling their tokens and redeeming their tokens, right? Because of this, these are how much money the airlines made last year, even though they were not flying that much. United made $3 billion just selling their currency to partners. Delta made 2.7, American 2.1, and the list go on. And the valuation of those companies, not the airlines, the point systems are huge, right? Delta is worth 21 billion. This is the reason why I'm showing you this, because this is the business model behind Floras. This is what we are doing. So we know that there is a market for carbon offsetting, carbon credits. We don't want to be greenwashing like they're telling us. but we really would like to send funds to many projects, meaning the same thing as the airlines collect funds from selling their tokens. We are doing exactly the same thing, and we send those funds. Floras can only be redeemed on sustainable projects. So think about a loyalty program that the only redemption that you can do with those points are sustainable projects, right? So this is the problem. Company wants to incentivize purchases by supporting sustainable goals. It's impossible to track the usage of that currency. It's difficult to reward, to connect rewards with carbon offsetting, and then sustainable projects are not that easy to send the money to, right? So this is Floras. We allow companies to issue their own reward currency. It's a shared currency among different companies. And like I say, can only be redeemed on sustainable projects. Because of this, we have on one side the retailers, food, furniture, whatever. These are the ones that issue the Floras. They buy the Floras from us, and then the members decide where those funds are going to. And we have a list of different projects. I'm going to share with you our integration with Patch. So we already are integrating with Patch. Patch is a company here in San Francisco where we have all these sustainable projects where we are sending the funds to, right? So can go from forestation to whatever, you know, wind, electronic, hydroelectric, landfill. So these are all the companies that we're connected to where we are sending the funds to, right? So here is the flow for you to understand without taking too much of your time. This slide, and stop me if there's anything that you don't understand or ask me any questions. So
I need the link to your website because
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Yes, the website is not live yet. So
Okay, that's why.
this is the way it works. So we are talking with Philips in Deutschland, actually. And the way it works is you buy, let's say, a Philips machine, an espresso machine, you spend 2,500 euros, you're going to earn, this is the reward currency, you can earn 4,800 Floras that Philips is buying from us. So they're sending the money to us, but then the end user decides, okay, I'm going to send that money to any of the projects that we have on our network, right? So the end user decides, I'm going to fund this project. We send that money to the project. And then, of course, we receive the carbon credits that are translated to Philips, that are given to Philips, right? So the way it works is really, we just drive funds to the different projects. That's what we do, right? So everybody wins. We say the user supports projects, the projects receive the funds, and companies get credits, right? And another aspect, of course, we do have an app, right, that is customized. I mean, where we have a wallet, then you have different places where you can earn or spend. You have a payment module, and then you have a communication module to talk to the end users. And last but not least, let me see if I can show you. This is the look and feel of the website. So here you have Floras. Coalition Green is the group of companies that are going to share the same currency. On one side, you have the earned Floras. On the other side, you have the spent Floras. The earned Floras, you're going to have a lot of different companies that are buying the Floras from us to give them to the end customers. And then you have all the sustainable projects listed where you can send those funds to. So that is basically the project, right? Oh, I forgot to mention why we are looking at Cardano. It is because of this, right? We can do this all off-chain, but the reality is that with the Cardano, building the currency inside Cardano, we can really trace where the funds are going and show that those funds are going to the specific projects, right? So blockchain allows that traceability of the currency, where it's earned and where it's spent, right? So that's why That's why we're doing this in the blockchain. Otherwise, we should do it like the airlines off-chain, right?
So we had Zuha here from CNGO, first off the bat, the lack of transparency.
Mhm.
And here you are, offering the same.
Exactly. And I'm talking with another, I'm originally from Argentina. There is another Argentinian founder here in San Francisco that found a company called Pachama. So Pachama does these satellite certifications and all that. They just raised $85 million here. So we are talking with all these companies. We really want to make sure that we can show transparency to where those funds are going and traceability meaning.
So on the website, you show like Philips. Do you have a partnership with them, or is this theory up till now?
No, we are talking with them. Yes.
You are talking to anybody you see on that website. You're actually talking to them. It's not just a placeholder.
The placeholders are the other ones, Hertz and all those, yes. But Philips, yes, we are talking with Philips.
Okay, and as far as the projects that you're supporting, placeholders or real?
No, real projects. All those
real
are real projects. There are
so
like,
this,
yeah, we have like, I think around 100 projects, right? From, like I say, from South Jordan landfill.
I saw a creek
Yeah.
restoration. I saw it. It caught my eye.
Yeah,
I can't wait
Uganda.
till this website's online, to have a really good look at this. The other thing is your DApp, real or theory. How close are you to releasing that? And is this part of the proposal? Yeah, the application.
The application is, I would say, 95% finished. We developed this for another project, another currency system.
So
right? The only thing that we are doing is we are just changing the name of the currency and changing where that currency can be spent, right?
So from now until when can I upload it on my phone? How long before it happens?
If we get funded, we would be faster.
So almost immediately you're ready to go. So all this work has been going on. And did you say you were funded before?
No, we were not funded. We were, like I say, number 4 on 180 projects, and suddenly
the competition. I'm sorry, but I have
I don't know about
bone
competition.
to pick with that.
If you look at the other projects that they were funded with the 1.6 score, those are fishy.
Okay, so there's something just not quite right. Tyler, you're on mute.
Well, yeah, it just seems so crazy. Like you said, you had a score of 4.78, and then there were other ones that had a score of 1.6. There's like something very fishy there.
And downvoted. And downvoted.
Yeah.
And you see, I mean, I don't want to call names or anything, but you see the ones that are also on carbon, probably. We are not on the carbon credit industry. We are not there. We are just trying to send funds to the different projects, right? That's what we're trying to do with something that we have been doing for many years. That is exactly copying the airline model, but only think about you can earn frequent flyer miles, but can only be spent on sustainable projects, right? And when I say frequent flyer miles, I'm talking about any loyalty program. You can earn Starbucks points, but the Starbucks points are not going to be allowed for you to buy another coffee. Only you can send it to.
It's a circle. It's a circle economy, similar to what Littercoin is doing. Absolutely amazing.
Yep.
I love this. Does anybody else have other questions? Because I just want to keep talking.
And the last thing I want to add is, so since we've been working in the loyalty industry for many years, we know all of them. I'm talking about the loyalty programs. And we're really familiar with Marriott, for example, Marriott points. So as an example, Marriott points, they have a huge liability in their books on points. Every time that you issue a point is a debt contract, right? So you owe it to someone at the time that someone is going to spend it, right? So Marriott has $4 billion in liability. That's how much money they owe to someone if they want to claim their points. So our discussion is, allow your members to redeem some of those points to Floras, right? Suddenly you remove liability and you get carbon credits. So even if 5% of the members do that, that's $20 million that we send to the sustainable projects. Because the way it works is they exchange, the way it works usually on redemption of points, as soon as a person redeem their points, the company, in this case Marriott, send the money to wherever you're redeeming to, right? That's what we've been doing this for many years. That's what we do, redemption. So
Wow.
Again, I think it's a great project. We're trying to get support.
Beautiful.
But I know that it's interesting hearing. I don't know if you remember, Melanie, when I first present these, they killed me on the Discord, the Cardano for Climate. They say, oh, airlines and carbon offsetting sounds to me like greenwashing. I said, no, you got it wrong. The only reason why I'm mentioning airlines is the business model behind, is how they sell their currency and they make money on selling their currency. And the currency that they're selling is an incentive to change behavior, because Fly Miles is just, I'm buying these currencies for you. Oh, sign up on this website, I give you 1,000 American Airlines miles. That's an incentive for you to do something, right?
It's, the C4C community is passionate.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of it is the education, and it's part of this willing to listen and communicate and collaborate with others. Maybe the project doesn't sound quite right at first. We have to dig deeper.
Yeah.
Regeneration opportunity for Cardano. I won't present this proposal during this time, but I'm going to keep putting a plug in this. The other thing is there's no downvoting in this. If this challenge gets, it's going to be a community that controls it. We're going to know these proposals. We're going to know these people that are in it. They're going to have a reputation or they're not going to have a reputation. And we're going to, even if they have a bad reputation, we'll try and bring them into the fold, so to speak. So the scamming shouldn't happen. The downvoting, the competing shouldn't happen in theory, but we'll see. Again, it's an experiment, so I don't know. But so if we don't have any more questions,